If you're watching this, you're probably considering getting a dash camera, and amen. Everyone needs a dash camera. Please make sure it's at least a two-way. There's a lot of options out there, but never settle for just a front view. Absolutely have a two-way. Now, I myself love dash cameras. I have a number of vehicles. Everyone has a dash camera, and I also love seeing what's going on in the industry. So there's a lot of developments as of recent, even in this last year, 25, where we're seeing new features piling one on top of another. I've been wanting to try WOLFBOX for a while, and I got their X3 to try out on my K-Truck. I have the X3 installed on my Subaru Sandbar now for about 2 weeks, and so far I really like what I've been seeing with it. In the box, you get pretty much what you would expect. You have a pry tool, you have the SD card already installed in it, which is great. You have the mount, which is adhesive mounted. It has an adjustable head, so you can have different angles on it, which makes it easy after you put it in. A nice big touchscreen on the back. Front and rear camera, I think it's running about 2.5K on the front, 1080p on the back, which so far has been great because they also have this night vision feature on it. So in the daylight, that is more than enough resolution to capture any nitty-gritty detail you need, I found. But at night, they have the Stravis 2 on there, and I don't know if that adds to the night vision, but the night vision on it is brilliant. Don't miss a moment. Beside that, it also has a nice app with it, with Wi-Fi connectivity, which should be standard for anyone. Their app is quite nice. It connects a lot easier, and also the camera can be running when you have it connected. Some cameras here, when you do connect it, very easy to use the app. You can get into the settings. You can download any footage. What I really liked even more, you could be cropping within the app, which I haven't seen on any of the other cameras that I tried out. And again, I've tried quite a lot. So there I could already be editing, because that's one of the things I never liked. When I get a camera, I usually put looping on the maximum time I have. This way I don't have these small 1-minute segments. And if you have a 5-minute segment and you only want 10 seconds out of it where something crucial happened, you got to download that whole 5-minute segment and later on edit it in CapCut or whatever the software is that you may be using. Here I can edit it right in the WOLFBOX app, which I really like. Nice touch. Furthermore, what I really enjoyed about this camera, and I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, but I've been seeing this more and more, is it has collision detection and other AI smart features on it. It is, I believe, actually advertised as a smart camera, which, you know, we have smart cars, smart water. That word does get used a little loosely, in my opinion, but I do think that theirs does deserve the title. So when I was driving with it, I see it actually putting targets out for me. You can set different levels on how much you want it to be active with you. I like a little bit of a passive eyes on the road, catching anything that maybe I don't see, or you can absolutely turn that off if you don't like it. Let's say if you do lend your camera out to a friend who you know is maybe a little bit more careless behind the wheel, you can just take and dial up the collision prevention feature, and it's going to be speaking to them, letting them know when there's objects in their path and letting them know when problems are going to be hitting. Overall, the resolution on it, downloading footage is effortless on it. I did go ahead and get the hardwire kit on mine. So the hardwire kit, I have it connected to the fuses down bottom. My Subaru Sandbar doesn't have an OBD2 port because that's one way to do the hardwire kit these days. So I have it connected to the fuses down bottom. I had to buy that separately. It didn't come with a camera. And if you do get the WOLFBOX, I absolutely recommend you also get the hardwire kit, because then you're going to be able to use the parking mode on it. It's very easy to be switching between the front and back. Again, touchscreen, so I could just hit it here. So when I'm driving, it's very easy for me to be switching between the different screens. Now, I don't mean just front and back. I can also just turn it over to this black screen. That gives me the date and the time. And for me, I prefer this. When I'm driving, I don't want an extra distraction. Honestly, for me, when I drive the cars that have the giant tablets, you know, for where your control system is and your dash, I find that to be more distracting than helpful. So I do like when I drive, sometimes I just take and turn off the actual camera and I just have the date and the time, which is very minimalistic, but at the same time does not distract me from the road, which is where I like my eyes to be. To get out of it, it's easy. I just hit the back button and boom, I'm out of it. I could be using the physical buttons, which I have on the bottom in case I don't want to be poking around the touchscreen. I'm more of a touchscreen guy myself. I have a few different options. I can either view the front, the back, or if I want, I can have them both, where one is going to be a small window, one's going to be a larger window. So it gives you a lot of different options in how you set it up. Another nice touch, I can be adjusting the camera up and down on the mount. My K-Truck has a very unique sort of windshield. It's not as sloped. If I don't want to have it at a radical angle pointing downwards, the camera itself, the lens on the front, is also adjustable. The rear camera that I installed over on the back of my tail, that is also pivoting. Very common to see, but just so you know, that one is also adjustable. So once you glue it in place, I have mine glued and zip tied just for a little extra safety. But even if you do glue it in place, afterwards you can still be adjusting it vertically, which is a nice touch. So far over the 2 weeks that I've had it, I don't have any complaints. It works well. I've been trying out different levels of the collision mode and found out the level that suits me. Hopefully this helped answer any questions that you have and let you figure out if this is the dash cam for you. Otherwise, stay safe. See you on the road.